Some of us are very unfit. I think MC Kalito meant us. I hope you enjoyed the danto. We want the evening to be very colorful. Please stop being so constrained to your chairs. You can be constrained, but you can still make body movements. Sindio? See, we all know each other. Tunajuana, sindio? Sisi wote staff wa county assembly. Mbona sasa kuogopana? Anyway, we move on. So, I'm inviting the representative from the Kenya Government Workers Union Assembly Branch, Mr. Abdi Yusuf. Where are you? Whoop, whoop. Karibu sana. Unapendwa sana, tunaona. Siri ni nini? What is the secret? Tell us.
I'm not good in public speaking. Eh? The Speaker of Wajir County Assembly, the board, our clerk, my colleagues, the official of the union, salam. This is a big day, eh? It's a new thing. So I want to say a few things, eh? And I think we appreciate these good things happening here. Are you appreciating it? Yeah, this is a new beginning of new leadership, eh? So, ladies and gentlemen, Wajir County Assembly has a very active union. I think we have to appreciate that one. Are in high stake, will be fixed, stay put, and I think we'll have a difference, inshallah, these new 5 years. I want to recognize the union officials who are here. Jailani, Abdulqadir Gao, our treasurer, and then we have the youth leader, MJ, Mohammed Jelly. So, ladies and gentlemen, Wajir County Assembly is going. One is appreciated. So don't feel left out. I think we have a ceremony tonight, and people will be rewarded, inshallah. That's what I'm thinking. And others who will not be rewarded, please tie your shoelaces, and then next time is yours. Please, let's appreciate everybody's effort. If you've done well, you must be appreciated. If you have done bad, please pull up your socks. Zubaida is our convener, and she's doing an excellent work. I have to appreciate that. Our legal representative, last time we had a battle, but today is a ceremony. Today is a ceremony. So we are very grateful. I don't want to talk much, and I'm not good in public speaking, but I'm trying. It's a learning process, right? And I think I need also a reward myself for work. I should not be left out, ama together with my officials, na kama hata hujaweka waweke leo, ama Zubeda nivo ama. So Bona Clerk, thank you for organizing this great thing. I think it should not be stopped. It should be every year. We eat, we dine, we don't wine, we are Muslims, but let's dine together. Going forward, the new board, we are welcoming them. The Honorable Speaker, I know I can see work already has started, and we appreciate the effort of the clerk. And to everyone, Wajir County Assembly staff, please, as Zubaida said, these are great people. Board. Then when devolution was beginning in We have our Willie here, Smile. He's a very chemistry and biology teacher, a good friend of. But Wajir County Assembly has given him to write minutes. Yeah. So we'll use your slides before, and we're looking forward to Wajir County Assembly where, inshallah, uh, I have been working for 8 years here in Wajir County Assembly, and that 8 years, I don't have even a desk to sit. But I think going forward from today, when we move to our house, inshallah, I'll have an office. That's what I'm thinking. I'm looking forward. We'll have a cafeteria where people eat, like a national assembly, where every department will have a car. I think I'm not talking about utopian world. I'm talking about a real world where Wajir County Assembly is going forward. This is a big thing. It's not a small thing. And every department from legal, Zubaida will have a car, an office. It is a working condition that we are looking forward to be improved. We're looking forward to Wajir County Assembly Union to be recognized. And we are looking forward to turn from activism, being combative, to a labor relation. It's a whole act. We have a whole act called labor relations, where we can engage formally, legally, where, there's law. There's law. So even in our union, last time I was in Machakos discussing illegal sacking of staff. A governor comes, sacks staff, another one comes, recruit, another one comes. That is bullshit. Sorry to say that, but that's not right. So ile mtu anakuandika kazi ni Wajir County Assembly or Wajir County Government. Sindio? So another governor comes, he sacks some people. You have been in contact with Wajir County Government, I mean. So, and the contact continues. There's no new county, there's no old county. The Wajir County is one. Wajir County Assembly is one. So let's treat an institution as an institution. Let's treat other things as other things. So I appreciate this new board, and I'm looking forward to work with you as individually, and I'm looking forward where the union staff will work with you. This is the beginning of learning how to speak in public, and I'm looking forward to strengthen this. Thank you so much.
Allah, wapi makofi yangu kama ya Abdi Yusuf? tena tafadhali. Abdi Yusuf, you never told us the secret why people love you so much and why you got such an uproar of a chair. And we still need to meet behind the tent. You will tell me. Next, I would like to invite the representative of head of departments, County Assembly. That would be Mr. Hassan Gabo, our Sheikh. Please welcome to the podium. Makofi ya Sheikh. Karibu sana.
Guest of honor, our speaker, Mr. Abdullah, members of the County Assembly Board present, honorable members present, our clerk, the deputy clerks, invited guests, staff of the County Assembly. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Mine is to represent the views of the head of departments, and maybe first of all introduce them one by one so that you can see them and know them. I'll start with Basho Mohammed, the head of communications. Zubeda, I think she'll introduce herself. Our principal legal officer. Then we have Abdullah Ahmed, principal finance officer, is known, I think, to many of you here. Then I have Chief Sergeant Atam Khalinle. Then we have Afshira Saeed, the principal HR officer. Then we have Harun Musa, our chief Hansard editor. Is he around? Thank you. Then we have Mohammed Abdi, not the governor, but our principal procurement officer, the former governor. Then we have Bulla Suleiman Yusuf, Head of Legislative Service. Short but very tall in the assembly. Thank you so much. Mohammed Abdullah Yunus, our Principal Administrative Officer. Then we have the heads of departments who are on leave. They have sent their apologies. We have Hafid of ICT, Mohammed Shafat of Research, and Mohammed Hilo of Chief of Security. Then we have Alan Abdullah of Liaison. Then we have Hassan Musa, our Principal Internal Auditor. But they are well represented here. I think as management, we have been yearning to motivate our staff for long as HODs and managers. And I think after a long time, this is the first step in the right direction. And we hope so many things will come. So on behalf of the HODs, I would like to thank the board and the organizers of this event. Thank you so much. And finally, I would like to thank the staff, all the staffs who are under our supervision. As HODs, I think our role is only supervisory. The bulk of the assembly's hustle is done by the staff, all this staff. And we wish to recognize your efforts. Thank you so much. I think without you, very little will happen in this assembly. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Before I hand over the mic to the high table, I would like to appreciate all of you for taking your time and coming today. As I said, Manta anaga iskale, awa anaga iskale, biri magaraneno lakini awa anaga le samaha. Marka, enjoy yourself, please. On that note, I would like to invite our Deputy Clerk and Deputy Clerk Legislative Procedures and Committee Services, Mr. Abdullahi Sane. Karibu sana. Wapi makofi? Hii tunafanya kama ya KANU. Hii ni serikali, si ndio? Haya, wapi manyunyu? So tunafanya hivi. Manyunyu unapata alafu pass, si ndio? Haya, hiyo ilikuwa trial. Let's go one time again. Manyunyu, collect them, collect the flowers, showers, thunder. Let's go. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much, Zubeida. As said by Zubeida, this meeting here, or our coming together here, is not a very serious or a classwork. We are not expecting any examination. There is no result for that matter. And so it is just an interactive session so that we also have fun, isn't it? It is end of year. But still, we'll make some few comments here and there so that we also feel that we are doing something at the County Assembly. So our chief guest, Honorable Speaker, all members of the County Assembly Service Board, honorable members of the County Assembly present, the Honorable Clerk, head of departments present, other staff of the County Assembly, staff of the County Assembly of Wajir, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. First of all, I want to take this opportunity to thank Almighty Allah for granting us the opportunity to converge here this evening. Secondly, I would like to express my gratitude to all those who have conceived this idea of end of year staff award and recognition ceremony. Indeed, this event is the first of its kind in Wajir County since the inception of devolution, isn't it? Is that true? This is the first one. Further, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to all the colleagues who are always more than ready to lend their unwavering support in making this event a success. It wouldn't have been possible without the support of all of you. However, a special gratitude goes to the clerk, the Honorable Speaker, the Principal Finance Officer, the Principal Procurement Officer, the Principal Human Resource Officer, the Principal Communication Officer, and the Principal Legal Counsel. Why I chose to thank this team specially is because, first of all, can we recognize them so that can we have them standing so that we recognize them one by one, isn't it? So this team I have mentioned, except the clerk and the Honorable Speaker, the PFO, the PPO, the Lego Council, the communication, so that I will give an explanation as to why I am giving you a preference for that matter. So kindly just stand up. Just stand up. So this team, the communication, principal communication officer, the principal finance officer, the principal Lego Council, the principal procurement officer, this team good. Okay. Just come forward then. Just come forward kindly. And let me also have the rest of the HODs too. Just come over, please. Just come over. Bulle and his team, just come over. Hassan, Bulle, the HODs present, just come over. Abshira, kujeni tu. Hakuna maswali hapa. So Mash, come over kindly. So this team here are the head of departments of the County Assembly of Wajir. As said by Hassan, this team supervise the other members of the County Assembly employees. Now, in identifying the employees of the County Assembly who have performed exemplary, this team were tasked to identify this team. And you know the African way of doing things? When you are given an opportunity, you start from yourself, isn't it? But this team said, no way. No way. We will identify this team objectively. Objectively. So that you will going to see probably when we mention the names of these people who have been identified, the employees who have been identified, neither of them will appear in the list. But that doesn't mean they don't perform. They might have performed even better than those whom we are recognizing. But because of their selflessness, they have objectively identified the team that is going to be feted this evening here. Don't they deserve a clap? Thank you very much. Asanteni sana. So colleagues, this evening, I also feel privileged and honored to stand here before you and acknowledge the achievement of our employees of the County Assembly and also the best service provider to the County Assembly. This program, which is held to recognize those who have made an immense contribution to our institution, will not only help the awardees in achieving their goals, but will also bring glory of success to our institution. We are therefore gathered here not only to celebrate the achievements of the awardees, but to also give due regard to our values and morals, which the awardees exemplify, like discipline, compassion, and zeal for achieving the desired goals. Awards are a way to encourage good behavior and inculcate competitive spirit. This is the reason why our institution organized this award ceremony to encourage all of us. I take this earliest opportunity to congratulate all those who will be feted this evening by the County Assembly as the best employees in the different categories. You have earned yourselves a special gratitude to your exemplary performance. To the rest of us, there will be another opportunity. There will be another opportunity coming our way in the next few months or so to prove our mettle. I have a very inspiring line for the rest of us, that those of you who will receive awards and recognitions, I say, well done. And to those of us who will not receive awards, you too can surpass the achievement of the awardees. So at this juncture, probably I will not get any other opportunity to address you here. I want to congratulate all those who will be feted here this evening. Congratulations, and you have done us proud. Thank you very much. Now at this juncture, it is my duty to invite the Honorable Clerk of the County Assembly to take over the program. Asanteni.
Thank you. Thank you, our Deputy Clerk. Our chief guest, Mr. Jelle Ibrahim, who is the chair of the County Public Service Board. Honorable Speaker, who is also the chair of the County Assembly Service Board. Honorable Ahmed Khair Salad Bull, our vice chair, County Assembly Service Board. Honorable CPA Ibrahim Hussein, the MCA for Wagala Ganyure, the minority party representative in the County Assembly Service Board. Honorable Umar Mohammed Elme, who is also a member of our County Assembly Service Board. Our majority whip, Honorable Adan Ado, Honorable Engineer and Bule, the MCA for Wagberi, representing the Public Service, Labor and Decentralized Unit Committee, Honorable Abdi Mohammed Abdi, aka Nirigo, the chair for the County Public Accounts and Investment Committee, heads of departments, members of the staff of the County Assembly. Assalamu alaikum. I am honored this evening to have the opportunity to address such a distinguished audience. It is great to see you all. Thank you for coming here this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to register my deepest appreciation to the steering committee led by our principal communication officer and principal legal counsel for making this event look wonderful. When I stepped into this hall, I imagined that I was somewhere in Serena. I didn't know that Wajir town has such a marvelous, beautiful hall. This is similar to the ones that we have been seeing in the 5-star, 3-star hotels outside Wajir County. It's also an honor for me to see the staff of the County Assembly smiling. When I found Mr. Alain, walking majestically to the podium here to join the Danto, although I've never been a fan of music and entertainment in history, there has been that palpable, excitement in our members of staff. Quite a number of you wanted to come and join. Once in a while, that is actually acceptable. And I thank the convenance of this gathering for the wonderful organization. This is a wonderful organization. I think I will recommend this team, Basho, Zubeida, our deputy clerk, Sanei, and the others who are members of this team, to at least have some other side hustles. They can also organize wedding events. They can organize birthday events. They can invite political events. If they can do such a wonderful job, we do appreciate. I'm very happy to see our security wardens here today. I'm very happy that I'm pretty sure some of you must have been passing on the road outside. You never had the opportunity to get into this imposing hospitality facility. This is a very good opportunity for you. Please enjoy them. Enjoy them. I love our security wardens because they do a very commendable work. They execute their mandate very diligently. Ladies and gentlemen, the third county assembly had commissioned the idea of performance rewards and sanctions ceremony, which is largely drawn from the public service guidelines on performance rewards and sanctions. When this idea was conceived by our board while we were attending a training in Nairobi, I was a bit hesitant. I said, uh, at this moment of drought, it may not be conceivable for us to have such a ceremony. But however, the board also felt that this ceremony is very, very important. We have to do it. We have to do it under any circumstance. Because as an assembly, our mandate does not include drought mitigation. Our mandate includes coming up with relevant legislations to address matters to do with drought and famine in our county. It is my hope that the honorable members of our assembly will come up with the relevant legislation to address the recurring drought that actually morphs into farming sometimes. It is healthy for us to have this kind of function. And I don't know whether we have deliberately chosen the chair of the County Public Service Board to be our chief guest. This event is meant to provoke him as well, because he will borrow a leaf from us to organize one also for the executive. As a law-making institution, we are trailblazers. We are trailblazers, and we have actually made history for organizing such a very beautiful event, an event where performance is rewarded and where non-productivity is actually sanctioned. So we thank our board for conceiving this idea and ensuring that this comes into fruition. Ladies and gentlemen, reward system is a way to increase our staff performance and at the same time monitor performance of employees. I also feel, ladies and gentlemen, that this ceremony serves as a bond between the board, which is the employer, and the employees. Quite a number of you had opportunity to interact with the speaker when he was coming to the hall. You had the opportunity to interact with our vice chair, with our minority party representatives in the board, and with the other board member, Honorable Mohammed Elmi. This is an opportunity for us to compare notes, to at least enjoy the sights and sounds that is very synonymous with the event of today. While I congratulate all those to be awarded with different categories of awards and recognition, it is important that I acknowledge the good work of the Department of Security Services and Legislative and Procedural Services. You will agree with me that majority of our security wardens have been diligently executing their mandate with an exemption of a few who at a given time were able to improve and join the rest to execute their mandate diligently. You will agree with me, ladies and gentlemen, that the legislative and procedural services is the cock of our institution. It is our cock of our institution. This is a department that actually presides over the drafting of of motions, parliamentary statements, the bills. You'll also agree with me, this is a department that has been responsible in timely preparation of our order paper. So I do appreciate the very good work they're doing. I want the principal clerk assistant for legislative service to allow me to specially recognize Mama Nadifa, who has been doing a very commendable job. Mama Nadifa is one staff in the legislative department who has actually been assisting us in photocopying of reports running into thousands and thousands of pages without asking the clerk to pay her any allowances, because she sees doing that work is part of her mandate, and she sees the kind of work that she's doing is indeed a passion that she wishes to inculcate in the Department of Legislative Services. So I want to thank the Department of Legislative Services for preparing the motions and bill trackers, and for actually assisting the clerk in ensuring that our plenary sittings are conducted as we require. I wish to thank the Department of Communication Services for managing our Facebook page despite lacking tools of work. They have done their best. They have been very good in actually improvising. I want to thank the Department of Committee Services for presiding over the various committee activities. This is a very huge department with a workforce of 20 clerk's assistants. The clerk assistants are also engine of the county assembly. They have actually been doing their work well. I want to give a special recognition to our human resource department for the timely production of the payroll. Those of you who have an account with Kenya Commercial Bank, you have already earned. Is that the case? Simulipata pesa? I'm not good in Kiswahili. Simulipata pesa? Siya this year. And that is actually one of the fruits of the human resource department. Our payroll is always ready by 20th of every month. 20th of every month. So we thank Abshira and her team for the commendable job. I want to thank the Hansard department for the timely production of the Hansard report. We normally give them 48 hours. Sometimes when we vet chief officers and CECs, and when we pass a money bill, and we are told the governor has to assent to this, or the chief officers and the CECs have to be sworn, I actually step on the toes of the Hansard department and give them some ultimatums to produce the Hansard report outside the 48 hours. That is the standard norm in all the parliamentary institutions in this country. So they respond to my request very fast, and I actually appreciate them. I want to thank the Sergeant at Arms Department for doing a commendable job. I will not go deeper into that because the Honorable Speaker will give a special appreciation, a special vote of thanks to the Sergeant at Arms. Finance Department. I also want to thank them for making possible that we get our per diems, that you process the mileage allowance for the Honorable MCS. They have always been accused to be the wet office. That is why maybe the PF4 is bulking, unlike the clerk. But that is not the reason. He has been as rich as he is now when he was working with WASDA. He hasn't gained an atom of weight when he has joined the county assembly. He only transferred the same weight that he had when he was working with WASDA. I want to thank the procurement department under the leadership of Mohammed for having done a commendable job. Is there any department that I've left out? I want to thank Khalifo, Mohammed Abdullah Yunus, who is the principal administrative officer, the secretaries, Kaltuma, Saida, and I don't know her official name, Nahai, Fatuma Mahmoud, Najma. These people have actually done a very, very commendable job. I thank you for doing a very good job. Ladies and gentlemen, the ICT department, who's one of the staff of the ICT department was able to entertain us here. I thank you so much for also doing a commendable job for maintaining our website, for repairing our computers and other equipment which pertains to a mandate that you have to execute as a department. So I appreciate for the job well done. I also want to thank the support staff, the staff for the Honorable MCS, as allowed by the Commission for Revenue Allocation. Despite them working on contracts, they are still part of the Assembly family. Today, we did not invite them because this was experimental. We will endeavor to invite them in our next celebration by the grace of our Lord next year, if this celebration will actually go on. And I'm pretty sure the celebration will go on. I want to thank the County Assembly Service Board for its commitment to improve the welfare of the staff. This is the beginning. And I have a conviction that there is more in the offing for the staff. There has been no love lost between the clerk and the union. The clerk has been at loggerheads with the union. The union has been at loggerheads with the clerk. These are characters who took me to the court. These are characters who wanted me to be jailed, but I survived at the mercy of God. As slim as you can see me, I'm not a very simple man. I'm a very powerful man. Being the clerk to the county assembly, secretary to the county assembly service board, sitting on a budget of 850 million, you cannot easily fight such person. You cannot. You cannot easily fight such kind of person. But that is now water that has gone under the bridge. We will be chatting the way forward. And I commit myself on behalf of the County Assembly Service Board to work with the Kenya County Workers Union, because I am a member number 1 of the County Workers Union. I am a member number 1. I contribute every month as a member number 1 of the County Government Workers Union. So we will actually extend an olive branch to the County Workers Union. We will work with them. The board is ready to work with the County Government Workers Union in the interest of the members of the public, the members of staff. Si hata mimi MCS wakinisumbua siko union. Kwa mfano, si ndio? Si tuko na union, si ndio? So union, we have to work together. Very, very, very important. Our Honorable Speaker is more than committed to work together with the Kenya County Workers Union within the confines of the law. But I want to send a message that the County Government Workers Union should understand that priority number 1 is the staff of the County Assembly of Wajir. That is number 1. And being an official of the County Government Workers Union is secondary to the primary responsibility why you are at the County Assembly. But we are ready to work together, inshallah. Is there anything left for me to say? It is now my humble duty to invite Honorable Mohammed Abdi to give his keynote remarks on behalf of the minority party. Thank you. Welcome, Mheshimiwa.
The guest of honor, Honorable Speaker, honorable members of County Assembly, MCS around, the County Clerk, the rest. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Zaiti naafimaadka warama. Mi maqashin. Mamo salama. Maxaa wax daal lagu agnish. This is end of year party soma. In gacmaha saan loo kala riixo xoolo kala qaadqaado soma. Yaanan isku cajisin. We are very happy to be with you here as the members of the County Assembly. And we thank the board, the members, the County Assembly Service Board for this party, end of year party. I think this one should be a continuous every year so that we get to know each other. This one helps us to get to know each other very well. And I think last time when I was coming to the County Assembly, some of the individuals, even I was meeting them, I was trying to, so like when we have such kind of meetings, it will help us to get to know each other very well. Markada waxaad maqlaysaa mheshimiwa ay ninkan oraa balka hoosan ka xameelina ilaa nin bilaayo waay. Markan we are very happy for this party, inshallah ta'ala, as the County Assembly, as the MCS for this year until next year, inshallah, for these 5 years, we are going to work with you as the County Assemblies and members of the County Assembly. The staffs, inshallah ta'ala, we are with you. We will be with you and we will work with you. We are not going to leave you anywhere. As the County Assembly also, we want to make sure that any right our staff deserves is not violated by any individual. And the main reason we are here, I think as the members of the County Assembly of MCS, we are with you 5 years, if God allows us. If God gives us another opportunity, probably we might extend, the community might extend for us. Even the previous ones, the majority of them, they never came back. No one among the elected came back. So 5 years that we are going to be with you, that we can stand with you anytime that you need us. Inshallah ta'ala. I don't want to take much in this one, and I think as I was told to represent the leader of the minority, but on behalf of the leader of the minority, I want to say, and inshallah ta'ala, we will work for the people of Wajir County. We will work for the people of Wajir County Assembly, and we will work for the county staff's employees. We will work with you. We will work together, and together, inshallah ta'ala, we are going to improve Wajir. Inshallah. Shukran jazila.
Thank you so much, our minority party representative. I've just received a text message that I had left out research department. I've received a message from Bimado, the principal research officer, who has actually gone to condole with the sister who lost her son. I'm sorry, it wasn't done deliberately. And that's why I asked, is there a department that I have left out? Research department have actually done a very commendable job. They have given us almost, Honorable Speaker, I think 52 bills, which we have to consider, which we have to domesticate them. Thank you so much, our research department, for doing a good job. Yasin, Shafat, and Abdikarim, I thank you so much. Fatuma Ibrahim, all of you, I actually thank you so much. I now wish to invite our majority whip, Honorable Adan Ado, to address us on behalf of the majority party of our assembly. Thank you.
Our guest of honor, Speaker of County Assembly of Wajir, the board, County Assembly of Wajir, the staff team from KCB, led by the Bono Manager said, Assalamu alaikum. First and foremost, I want to take this opportunity to thank the board for coming up such activity, because if you have these things after every year, it will assist the staff as it will assist them. And we as the MCS, for these 5 years that we are together, will stand with you and support you, inshallah. For our staffs who are here, for these 5 years that we are here, inshallah, if you have any issue that need to be sorted, we are around to assist you, inshallah. I want also to inform the staff that in case there is any issue within ourselves, there is something called consensus. So myself as the MCA and part of Wajir County Assembly are the champion and also lead you as far as consensus is concerned. So at my end, I want to thank the same time also the board for coming up such activity. Inshallah, let us continue. And for this few remarks, thank you very much.
Thank you, our majority whip, for being precise. I've also been reminded to give a special recognition to Dega Ibrahim Mayo. Let's clap for her. Dega Ibrahim Mayo is the one who typed the shortlisting of all the members of staff here, isn't it? Including the Honorable Clerk. We started standard 1B of Wajir Primary School with Dega Ibrahim Mayo. She is my classmate. I must give her a special recognition. It's so sad that I left to mention her name. I received a text message from her. So, Dega Mayo, I send you my special message of recognition, message of appreciation. Thank you so much for being a deskmate for 8 good years at the prestigious Wajir Primary School. It is now my honor and my humble duty to invite Honorable Engineer Bule on behalf of the Chair, Public Service, Labor and Decentralized Units Committee. Thank you.
Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum. I take this opportunity first and foremost to sincerely greet and pass my regards to all of you. Our guest of honor, our speaker, our able clerk, county assembly, board members, and other middle level management. May I take this opportunity to thank the steering committee who have done this wonderful job. I hope this will continue and it will give moral support to each and every employee of the county assembly. Once again, I take this opportunity to congratulate those who have been identified and recognized for their hard work, dedication for their job. So it is very important that we create bondage in strengthening the staff on ways of improving service delivery. So as we all know, the best asset of an organization is its employees. So what the County Assembly Service Board have identified in rewarding the staff is highly recommendable, and we'll tell them to continue that. We are aware that in the last 5 years, there were issues like statutory deductions that were not remitted. I also request our County Assembly Service Board to take note that the statutory deductions like NHIF, payee, staff gratitude should be submitted on timely basis. On the other issue of staff appraisal, that should also be done fairly. I know at times there might be A or B, or this is my friend, or this is my clan. We request the able team to be fair in the appraisal when conducting an exercise of this nature. So the other issue I would like to raise is career progression. I know since inception, this is almost the 11th year or the 10th year since devolution started. I don't know whether we have career progression in terms of a staff appraisal. Now that we have both the County Assembly Service Board and the County Public Service Board here with us, want that to be taken seriously. I and on behalf of the Public Service Labor and Decentralized Unit, we are telling them, both the County Public Service Board and the County Assembly Service Board, that we are coming for you, asking for reports, or the yearly reports on what has transpired in terms of promotions, in terms of hiring and deployment, in terms of even firing. Those are the reports that we will ask soon. And we ask for fairness in all engagement. The other issue that has come to our attention, both at the county level and the assembly, is ghost workers, where I think we're almost 3 months old. The number of staffs that we have met and the number now we are seeing may not be matching. There are a number of faces that is my first time seeing today. So we also caution you that if you're an employee, you must earn your halal salary. We are Muslims. If you're in Nairobi or if you be working in Somalia, you must either go for Somalia or work in Nairobi or work for this county assembly. So I will also sensitize our County Assembly Service Board the deployment of biometric systems such a way that people report and know by the end of the month how many people reported for work. You can remember that guy, IEBC, whose hand was cut because they were asking for the password to access that. Sometimes, even in high school or even university, we used to have cards and someone can swap for you that you have attended the class. But your fingerprint or your iris, someone cannot come and do it for you. So we request with the speedy action, the County Assembly Service Board to implement the biometric system so that we identify who is a ghost worker and who is not, and who is a good worker. With those few remarks, I say thank you. And I also take this opportunity once again to congratulate those who have been nominated and recognized for the good work they're doing. Thank you and congratulations once again.
Thank you so much, our a representative for the Public Service, Labor and Decentralized Units Committee. He has actually touched on a very important area, the area of absenteeism. And the role of the Public Service, Labor and Decentralized Units Committee is to deal with matters of human resource, both at the Assembly and at the Executive. So those of you who go all absent without official leave, take note that Honorable Engineer Bule and his committee will soon be auditing the clerk and the County Assembly Service Board on matters to do with attendance of duties by the members of staff. So please attend your duties. Now that you have gotten motivated, now that we brought you to such a magnificent hotel, such a beautiful hall, I'm pretty sure you have gotten motivated. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming Honorable CS Abdille Yusuf Mohammed, our Honorable Speaker, and the Chair of the County Assembly Service Board. One, let's be Nyayo Clubs. One, Karibu, Karibu, Karibu Mheshimiwa, Karibu Mheshimiwa.
Our guest of honor, we used to call him Sajay. I am not sure whether he still uses that title, Mr. Jelle Abdi. Members of the County Assembly who are here, I'll begin with the County Assembly Service Board members. Honorable Bu'ul, please stand up. That is the MCA for Tarbaj. Then we have Honorable Ibrahim, Mheshimiwa tusimame kidogo. MCA for Wagala. Then we have Honorable Aden Bule, MCA Wagberi. We have Honorable Aden, that is the MCA for Barwago. Honorable Abdi, he was talking about his small size, anaitwa Nirigo. Yeye ametoka hapa karibu. Ibrahim Ure. With us, are there other MCAs who are? Yes, Honorable Rashid, Basir, and Lokole. Anybody else here? Then we have a former MCA who is also a member of the County Assembly Service Board, Honorable Omar. Alikuwa MCA ya Korondile. Then I also have to acknowledge the presence of the KCB team led by their manager. Then I want to recognize the clerk of the assembly and then the entire staff of the County Assembly of Wajir. The staff of the Wajir County Assembly, this night belongs to you. And I speak from a personal point of view, and I have no reservation in saying you are the unsung heroes of the Wajir County Assembly. I think without the support of a few individuals whom I have interacted with in the first few weeks, it will have been very tough for me. And I believe even those four, at the background, there were many of you who were helping them. So this night belongs to you. We thought it's very important for us to appreciate the good work you are doing for the assembly and also to give us an opportunity to bond with you. So relax. I am seeing a few faces who are a bit tense. You got to relax, enjoy yourself, and we'll have a good night together. Allow me to read a speech so that I'll give a few remarks after that. Our guest of honor, Mr. Jelly Abdi, County Assembly Service Board members present, honorable members of the County Assembly present, the clerk of the County Assembly, members of staff, Assalamu alaikum. I take this opportunity to profusely thank and appreciate you all for finding time to attend this auspicious event. I further commend our staff for the effort they have put in welcoming the third Assembly members in the Wajir County Assembly community. Let's also recognize the worthy efforts of the past leadership of the County Assembly and especially the first Assembly. They helped fortify the foundation on which we are standing. Members of staff, the County Assembly Service Board is the institution tasked with the establishment and effective operations of the Assembly Service as per the County Assembly Services Act. The Act, as stated clearly in Section 4.2, that it shall be an institution of exemplary administrative and technical competence. Section 5.1 also states, in addition to Article 232 of the Constitution, the values and the principles to be observed by the County Assembly Services. It's in recognition of the requirements of the Act and the expectations of the Wajir community that the County Assembly Service Board has agreed to give great consideration to the management of human resources, the most important asset of this assembly. The reward and recognition honors will be the first step the board is taking in taking care of the welfare and well-being of the staff of the assembly. The board has already formulated a timetable for the training of the staff to equip them with the skills and expertise necessary for effective discharge of their core functions. The board will also engage the union with a view to settling once and for all the pending court case on staff remuneration. In the course of the next year, we intend to accomplish a major milestone in the history of the assembly. We expect to take over an ultra-modern state-of-the-art facility in Makaror. In the new assembly, every MCA will have an office and all departments will have their own offices. There will also be a library acting as a research center and a cafeteria that will be open to all staff at subsidized prices. The board has also set in motion necessary measures to create a conducive environment for the staff, including the provision of internet in the chambers and offices. We have already tasked the ICT department to identify the gaps in the offices relating to equipment and tools so that they can be procured as soon as possible. The County Assembly Service Board, however, notes challenges and encumbrances that require urgent and immediate attention. Towards this, the County Assembly Service Board has already brought to the attention of all heads of department that effective January, each department is expected to have a work calendar based on the core mandate and the functions of the departments. Drawn from this work plan will be targets for each employee. The targets for each employee will be the basis of an annual appraisal system. We have already engaged the Human Resource Department to come up with an appraisal scheme and roll out to all employees by March. There will be an evaluation of each employee in June and December every year. The board also notes with great concern systemic and chronic absenteeism prevalent in the assembly service that hampers effective and efficient service delivery. Beginning January, the County Assembly Service Board expects that every employee of the County Assembly to strictly and firmly observe the working hours of the public service. Please. The board has emphasized to the head of departments that they must unreservedly and without fail enforce compliance with this requirement. Members of staff, I refer to a famous quote by Mother Teresa. If everyone will sweep their own doorstep, the whole world will be clean. We in the board of the firm believe that each one of us must see himself as part of the leadership of the assembly and make an effort, however small, in steering the assembly to greater heights. The only thing you need is a desire and a commitment to making a positive change. In our small ways, each employee of the county assembly has to demonstrate leadership. Fellow staff, it's impossible to build success on a foundation of excuses, scapegoating, and finger pointing. Leadership is about having unshakable faith in a vision and unrelenting confidence to make positive change towards this vision. Towards this, the County Assembly Service Board will in the next few weeks begin a journey to craft a strategic plan for the Assembly. We are aware that the Assembly has a vision, a mission, and the core values. However, unless we actualize and live these values, unless we aspire to the vision and mission, then they remain irrelevant. With a strategic plan, each and every one of us is expected to become a force and assume responsibility for creating exceptional results at work and build an institution that will make a great contribution to our county and our country. Departments such as ICT, research, legal, procedures, and legislative affairs play a critical and invaluable role in the legislative and oversight roles. The social economic development of the county depends on legislation and policy development. However, employees of the assembly play the most critical role in facilitating and empowering the MCAs in the performance of their core mandate. The more committed and focused the staff of the assembly, the better quantity and quality of legislation and policy churned by the assembly. I therefore urge these departments to drive change, push for excellence, and show leadership in ensuring that we enact a minimum of 30 acts in the life of this assembly. Members of staff, I conclude with these 4 cardinal principles that will help us guide in delivering for the people of Wajir County. First, every one of us must work each day and bring the absolute best within us. So each one of us must work each day to bring the absolute best in ourselves. Secondly, every one of us must inspire, influence, and elevate others by the gift of a great example. When you are working, you should show or be an example to the rest. And that example you are showing should help inspire and influence and elevate others. Thirdly, every one of us can passionately drive positive change in the face of obstacles and negative conditions. I know when we are crafting a vision and a mission for the assembly, there will be a lot of naysayers. There will be people who are going to put a lot of obstacles before us. But remember, change is not possible with those kind of things. So we need to soldier on. Lastly, each of us can treat all stakeholders with respect, appreciation, and kindness. And in so doing, can raise the assembly culture to the best attainable level. So respect, appreciation, and kindness we must show to each other, regardless of what position you hold in the assembly. From the cleaners to the speaker, we need to show each other respect and kindness. With those 4 remarks, God bless Kenya, God bless Wajir County, and thank you all for attending. One or two things from the speech. As the Speaker of the County Assembly and on behalf of the County Assembly Service Board, I commit to you all and I want to have, being the chair of the board, I want to have 5 years, God willing, in which we have a harmonious relationship with everybody. Is that okay? We have enumerated here what we are going to do. However, rights come with responsibilities. Is that true? Rights come with responsibilities. And I want this one to be very clear. The County Assembly Service Board will always be on the side of the staff. But the County Assembly Service Board expects everybody who is employed by the County Assembly to give the Assembly 8 hours. Is that okay? Are we together on that? We will take care of your rights and we will create a conducive environment for all the Assembly staff. But the Assembly staff must also ensure that the responsibilities they have been given, when you are given a letter of employment, you must come clean on it. You must act and ensure that you give value for the money that you are getting from the assembly. Hiyo tumekubaliana sio? Are we together? The union, I engaged the Secretary General. I have also engaged the officials. I have been working with the County Public Service Board. I'm a certified secretary, so I know very well. Labor relations is not about antagonism. It's not about confrontation. It's about sitting together and negotiating so that you take care of the employer and you take care of the employee for the benefit of all. So we commit as the County Assembly Service Board to work fully and harmoniously with the union of the staff. So. And tomorrow, we are going to have the first meeting between the County Assembly Service Board and the union. And hopefully, we are going to resolve the court case that has been there. And not only that, any issues that are brought by the union to the Assembly Service Board, we will sit down and we will negotiate and we will always arrive at an amicable solution. Lastly, we are all paid by the taxpayers, isn't it? The taxpayers of Wajir, isn't it? So we have to deliver for Wajir. One of the main reasons why I thought we need to meet is that we need to have a good relationship between the MCS and the staff. And the reason why I say that, the MCS will not be able to achieve anything in the house without the support of the staff. I've interacted with the staff of the assembly, critical departments, legislative affairs, procedures, research, ICT. If these departments are not very committed to helping the MCAs in driving the vision of the Wajir County, we will achieve nothing. So we called this get together today to appreciate and honor the role that is played by the staff in driving the vision of Wajir County. And I request and urge you that we need to double our efforts so that in these 5 years, there are a lot of challenges facing Wajir County. But unfortunately, in the last 5 years, other than the finance bills, like the revolving fund, the Bursary Act, the finance bill, the appropriation bill, there has not been even one act that has been passed by the assembly that intends to solve the problems bedeviling Wajir County. So with the help of the research department and the legislative affairs, and with the help of the staff of Wajir County Assembly, we have given ourselves a target that in these 5 years, we need to pass at least a minimum of 30 acts to solve the problems of the people of Wajir County. So hiyo tutasaidiana. Yeah. So kama wewe ni research, enda Kitui, Makueni, there are some counties that are doing very well. Bring us those acts and we domesticate them. Sawa sawa? If you are wewe ni mtu ya ICT, when we were passing the chief of SAS, vetting the chief of SAS and the CECs, we had a very difficult, very big problem trying to photocopy the CVs and all the documents belonging to the candidates. Ndio tuliambia the head of the Department of ICT afanye audit. Kuna computers katika kila ofisi, lakini they are not working. Even in my office, the Speaker of the County Assembly, the computers that are there are not working. Very unfortunate. So what we are going to do, and we have agreed with the County Assembly Service Board, by 1st January, the offices, there will be a Wi-Fi, and the chambers zitakuwa na Wi-Fi. So we'll be IT compliant. By the time the MCAs come back, we will be a paperless county assembly. Everybody is going to use an iPad or a tablet so that we do away with this idea of trying to photocopy papers. And that is the way it should have been the last 10 years. We are too late. And I just hope, because the chair of the board is here, that should be the trend so that it helps in reducing and cutting on costs. So we don't now want to invite our guest of honor, who is the chairman of the County Public Service Board, who is a career civil servant, a very good friend of mine. I have welcomed him to the County Public Service Board. And unlike what happened in the assembly, I was never welcomed by the former speaker. Sisi wakati tulipokuwa tunatoka kwa County Public Service Board, we had a sitting with the new members. We did a party for them, and we shown them the nitty-gritty and the operations of the board. So allow me to welcome Jelle Abdi, the chairman of the County Public Service Board, to give his speech and officially start our program of giving the trophies and the gifts to those who are honored. Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm not a politician. I'm not also a linguist like Charles. So you will expect less from me, but I will try my best. I will not like to. I will bring my comments ahead and maybe the speech is later. I met the Clerk Charlie in, he's a linguist, I think. I met him in Wajir High School, and he was teaching English and literature. Yes, so that's why he was talking a lot and a lot and a lot. So I will not challenge him on that one. And he praised him. And that time I did not know a lot about him, but I realized that he's up to the task. Actually, he should have given the speech on behalf of the County Public Service Board, because he's the first generation County Public Service Board member. He was also a member of the National Forum and connecting the Wajir County to other counties. So actually, he requires, in terms of knowledge in that board, I'm only there for 3 years. He was there for 6 years. So what does he expect from me? But I have, since I am challenged, I was wondering, the government is of two levels, two arms, the executive and the assembly. And it seems, I didn't know that you will be this large. So I will have come with others as well. All the same, I will speak on their behalf and appreciate what actually the assembly is doing. I've been challenged that because the idea here, I believe, is about performance contracting and performance management and mindset change, if I got the speaker correctly. And since I think we feel challenged, and because we come from the Ministry of Civil Service, this one we will take it up and make sure that we implement to the letter. So with that promise, then I think I can sit. Is that correct? But I want to add also some few things, because I come from this county as well. Maybe who knows the poverty level of this county? What is the poverty level? Anybody? Anybody? What? 80% or 90%? I read something like 97%. Is that really what we should offend percent poverty level? When visitors are coming, and then some technicians or leaders are saying, and in fact they are standing in front of donors and saying that, the poverty level of this county is 80 to 97%. You think that is something to be proud of? Really? So you can see the challenge we are facing. That is not to be proud of. In fact, that should be a shame. We have the resources, very plenty of natural resources. We have the human resource. We have the willing people. We have the land. Wajir is 63,000 kilometers square. We have at least a fairly good rainfall. Then why should people be dying of hunger in the first place? I think this is a failure of leadership. Let me be very frank, and a systemic one from independence time. And then rampant corruption and laxity in delivery of services. I think that is the reason. Our fathers definitely have taken us to school. Our background, where we come from. We're not coming from a humble background. Most of us are pastoralists, and how challenging our economy is. But our fathers at least have tried. They've sold their few goats and camel and cattle, and at least we have gone to school. So what else? What are we supposed to do then? If they have tried that much, what are we supposed to do? We are supposed to do better, isn't it? Because of our education level. Then what can we do for them? Imagine if we are not delivering services that is required of us to our people, and we get paid. Is that not a very serious issue? Yes, one time recently, I was talking to somebody. I just accidentally made a call to somebody, a civil servant. It was Satano. And then I asked the person, "Where are you?" And then it was exactly Satano. And he tells me, "Mkubwa, I'm taking breakfast." Is that really that person on duty? Is that person on duty? Satano, mchana. And the person is telling me that anachukua breakfast. And the person is supposed to be start work at what time? 8. Is it 8? What is the time that you report for duties? We're supposed to work at least 40 hours in a week. And how many hours in a day? At least 8 hours in a day. Then where do you start from? 145? For cost and this time I think is 145, isn't it? In the morning? 7:45 in the morning. I can assure you, when we're doing the interviews, even for promotions, most of the people cannot even tell you exactly what time we are supposed to come in for work and what time we are supposed to leave. Are we clear? That is the level of laxity that we have in this county. We need a really paradigm shift from what we are doing to a new mindset. I happen to be in Kenya School of Government recently. There's a Korean motivator, and he told us that the GDP of South Korea is, I think, about how many times of Kenya? Or rather, during independence, we had the same GDP, South Korea and Kenya, and Singapore and South Korea and Malaysia. Right now, they are about 10 times the economy is bigger than us, and that is due to hard work. Actually, I'm told that our GDP is the size of Samsung company. So at least just one company is often the economic size of Kenya, and it's purely hard work. In fact, this was it was November when he was talking to us in KSG. And what is the issue? He said that actually the word impossible. These people are colonized by they were colonized by America, and then they also neighbor China. So that environment is very difficult. In fact, it's not like ours. That is much drier. He said that our people have been enslaved, our wives raped, and people have humiliated us, America and China and the neighboring countries. And these people just decided they should just get out of poverty and they should control the world using their minds, their technology, and their resolve. I think that's what Wajir needs. Surely. Look at this. We don't have much industries and maybe vibrant developed economies for now. Most of the people wants to get jobs in the civil service. Our population is very close to 1 million people. And how many people can we employ? If you add the county assembly and the other civil service together, the main civil service, at most, maybe 5,000 at most. What will be the percentage of that one in our population? It's not even it's not even 1% of the population. Can 1% of employment, if you employ only 1% of our working population, will that be able to solve poverty problem? No, it can't be. Then what shall we do? What shall we do as a county? And that's where the services we render comes in. we have to guide our people correctly. We have to use the right technology, the right information, and the right attitude and the right mindset. If you really want, if we want a mindset change, have you gone to Makweni? Anybody? This center for this bishop, have you seen him? There's a book which he has written on mindset change. So tonight, if we decide, we how many? I was hearing like 150 people, isn't it? If we decide, if 150 persons decide that we will make Wajir a better place, we can do it. Are we willing to do it? Are we willing to do it? Yes. Surely. Please, because most of the people I see them not seeing themselves as civil servants or workers for the county. They associate themselves with a clan or the politician who recruited them. I can assure you, this county cannot be run on. If you are loyal to a politician, naturally the civil service all over the world is supposed to be neutral, political neutral, and you are supposed to render services to all persons. The ones who are against you, not really against you, they might not necessarily be your clan, but you are supposed to render services. And that's exactly what the Constitution of Kenya also talks about. Anybody who has read about the national values and principle of national, Article 10, and Subeda knows that, I believe. Yes, I met Subeda in one time, and I asked her, what is your strength? I remember it was in an interview. And I remember she said she thinks on her feet. I think that's the reply she gave me. And I thought she will be a very good lawyer. But her credit, is it the credit? She was a bit short of her credit by then, at the time she registered. Otherwise, she was going to make a very good lawyer. That's what I noted. Good. Otherwise, what we're saying is, look at we have a very young generation which we should be proud of. Look at the age of the people who are sitting here. If this group of people decide to change this county, we will be able to do it. I don't want to go through all these formalities of the speeches and all that. I just want us to decide, like the Koreans, exactly what we should do for this county. If we can agree to eliminate corruption, nepotism, being lazy around, even coming for work, China, and that patriotism, if we inculcate in our people, I'm sure we'll be able to go very far. And I can assure you, you are very lucky to have the clerk I know and the honorable speaker that you have. These 5 years, because you don't know the next lot who will come, you better make use of them for your own development. In fact, you are not even supposed to be here forever. If you have served for 5 years, decide to go to another place. Look for even a greener job. I'm not even encouraging. If you read deeply in management, every 10 years, you shall make a major change. In fact, about 3-5 years, move to another. So our people, the other day, who were advertising for some nurses, surprisingly, we're looking for about 30 slots. That we have not concluded that process. More than 500 nurses applied for jobs from Wajir County. You can see we have the human resource. We are blessed. But what shall we do with these people? Because the county cannot employ them all. We have to look for avenues of employing our people. Maybe then we try to export people. We give them the right skills. The Korean was saying, we are past when we used to say 1 + 1 is equals to 2. You know what he told us? 1 + 1 is equals to 2 is a resource economy. And then what the world needs now is 1 + 1 is equals to 4. I don't know which base that will be. That person is telling you, you use a lot of information, a lot of technology to make synergy. If you link up, the assembly, the MCAs, the executive, the donors, if we work together in a very organized manner, that synergy, you're able to get 1 + 1 is equals to 4. If you talk of 1 + 1 is equals to 2, that is a resource. That is the economy of 60s, 1960 and 70. So we are supposed to go out of this kind of mindset and look for a lot of networks, a lot of technology, and collaboration, and working with other stakeholders. You can't deliver alone. Any leader who thinks that he can supervise all the members of the country, or if the speaker will think that he can supervise all the 150 persons, he will need 150 other persons to watch on you. Each person will need another one to watch on that person. That's not the kind of management we require for this county. Honestly, we need to empower the workers, trust them, give them the necessary skills, and you should be also definitely responsible people. With that, I'm sure we can do a lot for the county. So what we should do, I think, as a county, and you also have sisters, you're also leaders, you have children. The leaders you're talking about are not only the elected ones. Everybody is a leader for the household, isn't it? For that particular household where we come from. So even the other thing we noted with this county is that our children are taking the wrong courses, which they are not likely to get jobs. Especially these commercial colleges. When they are coming from the secondary schools, they have very low grades. And then maybe they go to Thika or another institution, and then quickly, it's a commercial college. The person has paid a lot of money, and the person, that certificate cannot give that kid, that child, or that girl or boy an employment. So what is the need of that? We should even plan for a lot of career guidelines. I don't know who should be doing this one, because what is developed to the country is the ECD function. I don't know whether this should be visualized with the national government and Ministry of Education for career guidelines, and maybe exporting most of these people, giving our people right skills and trainings so that they can work in Dubai, and especially nurses. I think there's a lot of opportunity in developed countries, UK and America and all that, for the nurses. But then how do they go there? Maybe we mobilize ourselves. A company that will actually link them up with other areas. One thing, there's a time bomb here. We are just producing people, and we're not even giving them jobs, and there are no industries. And every county is developing its people. So I think that is an area that we need to think together and come up with a solution. I'm sure the speaker will be very handy to talk to the governor and other leaders, so that this county we can operate in a very organized manner. And especially on the area, I'm concerned with the area of this huge unemployment challenges. I think that's a big problem. And that's where we need to start, and maybe set up offices which are for, what do you call it, outsourcing, where a lot of computer courses are done, and then we can do maybe some work with other companies. And I think we need an avenue for that, and people to link us up, because the county, the assembly cannot employ, and the county public service board cannot also employ people, because the wage bill is very high, and we are supposed to spend 35% of their current money on salaries. So we can't break the law. Yes, most of the counties are higher. We are not the only ones who are affected. By the way, it's all over Kenya. Very few counties are on the 35% margin, which the PMF Act requires. So I think that is an area that I also wanted us to, as just leaders, it might not be a legislative issue. It could be, I don't know. But I think we need a lot of effort in these areas. But what is critical, which we are talking about today, is about the rewards and sanctions. I'm sure this is a golden opportunity for us all, and the assembly has started something exemplary for us. We will also follow up and extend it to the larger civil service and take it up. By the way, it's a constitutional requirement that also the mandate of the County Public Service Board is to also undertake the national performance contracting. We are supposed to participate in that system. So is, I think, for the assembly as well. So this one, I think we have done something very good. It is not the event of tonight, which is important. I think it is the replication, the message it sends. And we are told that everybody should be responsible, should have a work plan, both at the department level and individual work plan that builds up to the strategic goals of the department or for the county. Let me say, because we have a CIDP for which all those information are supposed to feed into. So I think with those very few remarks, I just want to thank. I'm starting where I was supposed to be. I'm ending where I was supposed to begin. I also thank the Honorable Speaker, the Clerk of the County Assembly, honorable members of the County Assembly present, County Assembly Board members present, all the ladies and gentlemen in the room, and I hope this is only the County Assembly. Are there other people from outside? There? KCB? Oh, CID is here. Great. And that is the stakeholder involvement I was talking about. Yes, because they keep our accounts and sometimes they can give us some support, if possible, yes. So I think that's the kind of collaboration we are supposed to have and have a signage with other stakeholders as well, because at the end of the day, we are one county. I was surprised that I was asking why the price of goods are skyrocketing. And I'm told because it's the Ukraine war. But I said, but Ukraine is not here. It's just too far. What about your neighbor? If your neighbor is poor, even the price of your house falls. Imagine if the person next to you, if you don't help that person to get out of poverty, and he creates a slum next to you, what happens to your house? Your house will become a slum. You think you have put up a very good house, but your neighbor has put up a slum house. The price will automatically fall. So that's how your neighbor will affect you. Meaning that each and every of us should contribute to the well-being of our neighbors, our county persons, even the whole region is interconnected. So if Ukraine can affect us, imagine what will happen to Wajir County. So this issue of clans was an old history of survival for the fittest, because there was no insurance those days. You know that these clan fightings and all this and paying for blood prices and all this, that was an insurance policy, which was very rudimentary, isn't it? Now we have the insurances and all that. You might not even need much of a clan, by the way. So all you need is your education and your friends and your networks. Yes, these other things are not even very important, but only for marriage purpose and recognizing who is your relative and who is not your relative. Maybe that's the part we should take from the clan. That's what the religion says. So thank you so much. I think I've talked of very few words. And I really want to end. I want to thank all the persons who have contributed to this beautiful, colorful event. Yes, to this colorful event, and I'm sure without them, this will not have been done. By the way, all the persons working in an organization are very important. Even the cleaner will affect your work. Imagine if you wake up in the morning and then the house has not been cleaned, the office. How will you work? That person will take about 15 minutes of your time, and that's what it means. So if everybody does the work we are supposed to do, then it means we will all grow. Thank you so much. And I will request the County Assembly to also do its part. By the way, I know of, I come from the food security area. I know that many donors went back with the money because they cannot have a legislation for what they wanted to do. Mostly, the county assemblies are passing on budgets and other immediate things. So I think we have lost an opportunity for the last 10 years. We can do much more than what we are doing. I'll request our brothers, and because they are all our brothers and sisters, the last group have not even come back. I only hear Dhaba, and who else came back? You know, like Rudy. You know, that's what the public will do if we don't perform very well. I can assure you 5 years is a very short time. So let us all collaborate and work for the betterment of this county. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you so much. Let's appreciate our guest of honor. Round of applause. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, our guest of honor, for those very insightful remarks. He has actually spoken from a management perspective. He has also shared with us his wisdom in technology. I loved his banter, the last statement he said, we can make Wajir South Korea, isn't it? And one way in which we can make Wajir South Korea is by the County Assembly of Wajir coming with the relevant legislation. I think the Honorable MCs who are here, Honorable Rashid, Honorable Abdi Mohammed, Honorable Engineer Bule, our board members have had it well. So we have to come up with the appropriate legislation. Thank you so much. And Mamodinka Kalinaski rally هذا في إنجليز بقولوا هذا مش أنا كم حكيم مالنا يوروب بكيمد كدجن سكرالي هذا هو أخرستين أو في إنجليز كسائن محمد مالنا ترجمان وإنسان مالنا سنبور لك استرلين وأد بيقول نكسنتاي ترجمان ككسي فرحية هنسد وكسيسة ترجمان so ماما بشارة سنينا chairman kiin waa xanuunsanaysaa xaliimcadii waan kasii ilaahay baan u baryana inuu caafimaad degdeg siiya soo dhawaada guriga kiina waay naga mid baa tihiin chairmankii oo guest of honorgayna muxuu afka ku dhuftay dadka hataa maaragtay ka shaqaynayeen baarlamaanka oo xaaqayaan shaqada ay hayaan waa shaqo muhiim ayuu dhahay aad baliyan qosaday asana mahad baan u celinaynaa waa qowsiyo qosaday hadda shaqada ugu weyneed oo meeshan iskugu imaanay ayaan bilaabayna. The moment now has come. The long awaited moment has arrived. We want to know who will be rewarded. I don't know whether my name is there. Abshira can tell. If the clerk is not there, please raise funds for me also to get a trophy. Sasa, I'll appreciate. So thank you so much. Waad mahadsantihiin. Arrintan oo maanta qabqabtan inta waxaan kulli qabqabkana subirina anaka askali isn't it xafladda anaka askali enjoy to your best. The only thing that I will not accept at all is maybe dancing and intermingling because of our Islamic principles. That will not be acceptable. Haddii aan meelaan ku boodno dhiska ku dhufano roobka waa naga saaraa oraxda nagu sii badan. Our faith will not allow that. But we can enjoy through interactions, positive interactions, listening to each other. You have heard from the Honorable Speaker, from our guest of honor, from our Deputy Clerk. It is now my duty to hand over the microphone to the next program, to our Principal Human Resource Officer, Abshira Saeed Dar. Believe you me, she will be an MCA in 2027, whether you like it or not. Karibu sana.
Thank you, Bwana Clerk, and honorable guests of honor, honorable members, and colleagues, and members of staff. That is it. Let's go direct to the program and event of the year. I think we are late by some minutes, I want to announce. Oh, I'm sorry if I am not too loud. I want to announce the best customer relation of the year. The best customer relation of the year. Muhammad Shukri Abdulkadir Nur. Come over. Let's appreciate him. Let's appreciate him, please. And Muhammad Shukri was awarded purely on merit. He has inspired County Assembly. He has been loyal throughout the year. He was very polite, positive, and responsible. He has been productive and timely throughout the year. He had been a great team player and strong work ethic. That is the merit of best customer care relation of the year. Muhammad Shukri, welcome. And our minority whip will reward the best customer relation of the year. Kindly come over. That is certificate, which is reading Muhammad Shukri Abdulkadir Nur. Wow. Congratulations for making it. Congratulations for making it there. We have awarded trophy, that is his trophy, certificate, and token of appreciation. Let's open up the trophy. Wow. Congratulations, Muhammad Shukri. Congratulations. And
This time to best attendance of the year, alafu qualities, alafu the name.
okay. And the next one is best attendance of the year. This officer has qualified for this because of reliability and competence throughout the year, and increased performance and compliance, strong leadership qualities, positive attitude as well, and being punctual throughout the year. Best attendance of the year. Ismail Muhammad Mahmoud Wawili, aka Wawili. And CPA, our board member Ibrahim Hussein will award Ismail. Indeed. Wow. That's the open up the certificate. Wawili, can you own the certificate by opening up? That is the trophy for best attendance of the year. And token of appreciation. Thank you for your service, Mr. Ismail Mahmoud. Next one is best team player of the year. Now she's a lady. Consistency and positive attitude made her successful throughout the year. And She welcomes collaboration. She was flexible throughout the year, very hardworking, understanding individual, active listener, and effective communicator. And Zaytun has a background of journalism and mass media, and Zaytun is currently communication officer. She has been respectful and problem solver. I did not complete the qualities. Best team player. That's why she was awarded as the best team player of the year. Congratulations, Zaytun. And vice chair of the board, Ahmad Salat Bul. I'm sorry for not being late. Trophy. That's her trophy. Best team player of the year trophy. And token of appreciation. Congratulations, Zaytun, for making it there. The third one is improved, the most improved employee of the year. Abdi Daoud Mohammed. I think most of us knows Abdi Daoud, where he came from. Congratulations, Abdi Daoud. This has done him to be here. He has improved attendance and improved performance throughout the year. He has been committed to his work. Most of us understand where Abdi Daoud came from. That's why we have awarded him. Majority whip, Honorable Ado will award our brother here. That is certificate of appreciation and recognition. Certificate of appreciation and recognition. Trophy. Abdi Daoud's trophy. Can we appreciate him? Token of appreciation for Abdi Daoud Mohammed. Fifth one is a female employee of the year. Female employee of the year. She has won this position because of her dedication. This is a lady, Fatuma Bashir Abdi. Fatuma was dedicated and had a positive attitude towards and general office work. Office service, that is. She has been confident and productive, reliable and dependent. Throughout the year, reliable and productive and confident and dependent. And she had also an excellent interpersonal communication skill. Fatuma had high integrity and ethics. Office ethic. As a secretary, office ethic is most important thing. And Honorable Mr. Shale will award Hakuma Bashir. Trophy of the year for the female. Let's appreciate kindly. And token of appreciation as well. We expect more Hakuma from you. Next is male employee of the year. Ali Abdi Osman. Ali Abdi Osman has done extremely and extraordinary work in the county assembly, and he has been dedicated towards service delivery throughout the year. He has been resourceful by and even extending his services to KRA. He has saved 2.5 million shillings for county assembly per month. That we have been suffering for some times. And Ali is a great team player. He has a passion and commitment of achieving excellence. Ali was awarded Male Employee of the Year. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Speaker, welcome. Certificate of appreciation. Certificate of appreciation. And recognition. Male of the Year Trophy. Male of the Year Trophy. Award. And token of appreciation. We appreciate that, Ali, and we expect to save us more. The next one is Best Service Provider of the Year. Where is the nomination for Mr. Siet? For the staff. And KCB. The KCB fatality. The KCB fatality. KCB has done excellent, efficiently, and has been doing efficient and reliable payment of salaries and other allowances. They have won customer loyalty. That is the staff, the members of the assembly. They have been loyal to us for some times. They have exceeded customer expectations. They had proper ethic service delivery. Congratulations, Honorable Clerk, because and Siad he does one-on-one work with the administration. Let's appreciate him. Certificate of recognition for KCB, Wajir branch. Trophy of the year. Trophy of the year. Congratulations, KCP, Wajir branch, and the entire team. Exactly. Continue with the same spirit. There's now overall employee of the year. Overall employee of the year, Muhammad Umar Adan, engineer. Congratulations, engineer. Congratulations for making it. We know your worth. We know what you do in the assembly. We know how you assist this assembly and what you do specifically. And honorable, Mr. Muhammad Umar Adan has won this through exhibit great leadership. He exhibited great leadership. He has been effective communicator. He had excellent work ethic. He has been dependable and punctual. Engineer, if you call him at one, wherever he is, when the plant, one of the plants or the general electrics fails, he will immediately come, even if it's coming with a border. Let's appreciate him. He has been innovative. He has done so many things innovatively. He has been innovative. He has been productive and competent. He was the best employee of the year. Special dedication to overall employee. Our chief guest will reward him, Honorable and Jelle, Sajele. Our chief guest. That is his certificate of recognition, Muhammad Umar Adan, overall employee of the year. We have not appreciated him well. Trophy for the year. That is his immediate supervisor, Harun Musa, Hansard Department HOD, and his token. The final one, recognition, special recognition award for the year. Honorable our clerk, Shala, will recognize this team. Welcome, one.
Thank you, our principal human resource officer. My heart was actually palpitating. I was asking myself, when shall I be called? Hadani lagi aruremaka. As the head of the institution, I thought the committee will also have a special category for the clerk and a special category for the union. But there will be a consideration next time. I have been given the opportunity to announce the County Assembly Service Board Special Recognition Award. The board, in its own wisdom, have actually given this award to the Sergeant at Arms Department. Ladies and gentlemen, you will agree with me. Our Sergeant at Arms Department have been doing a very commendable job. In the first assembly, the second assembly, the third assembly, they have done a very commendable job. We have dedicated officers. Majority of them have served in our discipline force. That is why Mr. Abdi Hilia Ismail had all the skills in shooting out the, whatever we call it, the confetti, these decorations. I'm sure many of you don't know what we call it. We call it confettis, eh? Yeah, or party poppers, we call them. So his background in the security sector has enabled him to shoot these things at us with precision. He has scared us, but whatever that was being spitted out by that equipment was decoration. haddii ay baasha kugu daadatay ood cid u galbanays dhaldhalaa iska tiriya. Okay, this team have done a very good job, a very commendable job. We recognize them. Si mnakumbuka hii hao wazee wameumia tulicheresha hawa kidogo sometimes back, first assembly, second assembly wameumia, so we need to recognize them, isn't it? We need to recognize them. No hard work will definitely go unrewarded. This is the beginning. This is the beginning. More opportunities, inshallah, is coming for them. The speaker, the county assembly service board, the house leadership have a special position, a special place for them in the hearts. We celebrate them. We thank them for the job well done. Mr. Muhammad, Mr. That is Jirey. Ninkan aros galay. Oh, tuture. Yeah. So mishar mani sini. Wax ku soo tuurade. Aroska tigena briski iyo doonana. Wax ka soo hormariya. Sasa aan barakayna gurigiisa inshallah. Our chief sergeant at the Mr. Khalil, Mr. Idle, Ahmed, our deputy chief sergeant at the Dahaba. Dawood is actually on leave. Asli is also a sergeant at the she's also on maternity. We have also recognized them in Acacia. Please take this message that we love the sergeant at the department. Sasa, the honorable speaker will take over from me to award this group. We have given them a special gift, a shield, and they're talking of appreciation for 10 of the members of the Sergeant at Arms department. And on Monday, inshallah, each of them will get a certificate. Now we have given a departmental certificate, departmental trophy, individual token of appreciation. Monday is a public holiday. Tuesday, Wednesday, inshallah, by the grace of our Lord, we will give them the individual certificates. Asanteni sana na pongezi. Good job. Good job. Inshallah. I will now hand over to our honorable speaker who wishes to make a special announcement.
I was requested by the minority leader, Honorable Dakat from Kondile, to pass his appreciation to 2 staff members. And this is personal because we invited him for this event. He could not make it, but he has made a personal effort to reward and appreciate the effort of staff that he has interacted with. So whatever token is here, that comes personally from the minority leader, Honorable Dakat from Korondile, Honorable Abdizak Dakat. We have Suleiman Bule. Next, we have Zaytun. So I hand it over to the clerk. I think the effort made by the minority leader is very commendable. If honorable MCS, you come across somebody who has been of help, who has shown you the way, who has empowered you in any way, I think it's good. We appreciate. Thank you very much, honorable minority leader.
And thank you so much to our minority leader. I'm sure if our majority leader was around, he would have also given out an award. And I'm sure if Honorable Dahawa was here, this is the chair of the county public service labor and decentralized unit committee, she will have also given out. We are now almost coming to the end of the program. I've been advised to announce that transport will be provided to those who do not have transport. Kuwe o gari haisinin wal gurigin wal nigin. Sasa Halim Addi and her group. Mama Bishara iko. Mama Zainab iko. Isnina iko. Marka directan illa gurigin bagari ngugenina. So sama. Good. Again, I have been reminded that I should appreciate, on behalf of the County Assembly Service Board, the media team that is here. We have Aden from KBC. We have my boy, I forgot his name, but he comes from Citizen KTN. Is it Ahmed? Ahmed is here, yes. Ahmed from KTN. Then I'm told there is Alpha TV. And then the other group is? Yeah? This is the group, the Alpha TV. I have also received a protest note from Wajir Community Radio, from Wajir FM, Star FM, Midnimo FM. All this, they say that they have not been invited. Sasa, I will pass the ball to the Director of Communication, Mr. Basho. Sasa wewe beba masalabu yako. Handle these people on my behalf. Because your invitations were actually done by the steering committee, but strictly, we cannot have all the media houses on the grounds that we cannot have them here. We will actually involve them in other activities like the parliamentary plenary sessions, inshallah. Ladies and gentlemen, tumekuja mwisho na vile nimeona Siada amefurahi, mambo mishahara hatuwezi sumbuliwa. Lakini kuwa ka omela kujiro o kusoqorayn staff forum ar lacagtayn aw misharkayn aw banaklak waa in dhamatidinka ama soo guro ama meeshas joog idinka ay joogtaa soo suma laakiin anaka shaqada waa qabanay payroll ku waan geeyni suma kuwa respond gareyna waa kasii suma ninkii respond gareyna waa idinka ay joogtay suma so sasa Siadna group yake wamefurahi kabisa. Nafikiri from Wednesday watu wengi ambao wanabeba form ya loan watakuja after they exhaust this thing. So we thank you most sincerely for honoring our invitation. Asante sana, the board appreciates. On behalf of the speaker and the other board members, we appreciate. We thank you so much. And I think the award that we have given you for the as the first in Wajir County will earn you promotions. Yes. From Mr. Russo, your group CEO and managing director. I wish to invite Honorable CPA Ibrahim Hussein, who is the minority party representative, to give vote of thanks on behalf of the County Assembly Service Board. Mheshimiwa, welcome. I don't know whether it's life is like this. I was his teacher from Form 1 to Form 4. Now I will welcome my student to address us. Karibu sana.
Thank
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Malimu. I don't have a reward to award you today, but the only thing I can say is I really appreciate to where I am today. It is all of your efforts. You nurtured me really. Thank you. Senior Chief Guest, the Chairman of Wajir Public Service Board, Honorable Speaker C.S. Abdille, the board members present, Honorable MCS present, Head of Departments, staff of the County Assembly, KCB, members of the First State. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I would like to be very brief. May I take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude and appreciation to the head of department who sacrificed their precious time and energy to organize and make this event very successful. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me also to acknowledge Wajir County Assembly Service Board chaired by C.S. Abdille for initiating employee reward and recognition program for this institution. Indeed, this was a noble idea, and I hope it has never happened before since the inception of revolution. Employee reward and recognition have been critical component to every successful organization in today's world. Actually, it's a unique way of adding values to our employee achievement. We really get inspired by a speech given by the Honorable Mzewetu Sajele, and I believe that all staffs who are present in this event, everybody became very motivated. For those who have won the awards and for those who have not, at the end of the day, we really appreciate. Ladies and gentlemen, the HR leaders are trying their best to leverage it further through new rewards and recognition ideas in order to keep the wheels of engagement and productivity going. I hope that a lot of staffs inspired today. Ladies and gentlemen, the position we are holding are temporary. And the only thing that we are going to be remembered for is the legacy we will leave for these institutions. The institution is perpetual succession, and for us to realize it will be a going concern, we need all of us to commit in discharging our duties diligently. The County Assembly is committed to pass as many bills possible, approximately 50 to 60 bills beneficial to Wajir people. That dream can only be realized if all of us cooperate and work together. Wajir County Assembly Service Board will soon launch a strategic plan, as the Honorable Speaker has mentioned, and internet connectivity to all offices and the chambers will going to be realized very soon. By the grace of God, inshallah, we will empower and motivate by developing plans for our staff training in form of capacity building.